Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Wednesday, the 4th of December. The judge has begun addressing the jury before they begin deliberations on whether Ting Jun Chow murdered Christchurch real estate agent Yanfei Bao. The 53-year-old's accused of attacking Bao at a private property viewing, driving to the city's outskirts before killing her and burying her. Chow denies this and argues the evidence was falsified. Justice Lisa Preston says procedural changes during the trial, including Chow's absences early on, shouldn't influence the jury's verdict.
The fact that Mr Chow elected to conduct his own defence and has given evidence does not change the presumption of innocence or that onus of proof resting on the Crown.
There's calls for the resignation of the South Korean president following his surprise declaration of martial law. Yoon Suk-yeol's since backtracked on his decree after lawmakers unanimously voted against it. The president had said the move was necessary to protect the country from communist forces in North Korea. Wellesley University political expert Catherine Moon told CNN before the declaration the president's cabinet was already in bad shape.
I think it's going to impeachment and he probably will be forced to resign. He has created a pretty bad situation for himself.
A woman's been charged with child neglect after a baby died in unexplained circumstances in North Canterbury. 2-month-old Kevin Chen died at an Oxford home in early August. A woman's now been charged with ill treatment or neglect of a child under 18 years old and another charge. Treasury has expressed its disappointment in Health New Zealand for a lapse in financial transparency. The agency's annual report was due in June, but it was only filed on Monday, giving MPs on the Health Select Committee very little time to examine the document during Scrutiny Week. At the Finance Select Committee this morning, new Treasury boss Ian Rennie says it's not good enough.
It is for a very good reason that Parliament deserves to have time to prepare for scrutiny. And so, that's an issue of concern to me.
Meanwhile, the Electoral Commission says digitising the electoral process could take 12 years. Leaders have appeared before Select Committee as part of Scrutiny Week. Deputy Chair Jane Mears says much-needed changes mean it's easier for people to keep enrolment details up to date. Tourism operators are reaping the benefits of a boost in international visitor spending, but believe there's more work to do. International visitor spending has risen by 30% in the year to September. It's grown to just under $11 billion. Tourism Holdings Chief Executive Grant Webster told Mike Hosking it's around 85% of pre-COVID levels and they have to focus on growth.
We can manage it more effectively than we did pre-COVID as well. So we've got more digital capability, we've got better companies doing more things.
To sport, England captain Ben Stokes has had a dig at cricket's governing body after sanctions were handed down from the visitors' first Test victory over New Zealand in Christchurch. Both teams have been deducted 3 World Test Championship points for slow over rates, with all players fined 15% of their match fees. An Australian has parted with more than $500,000 to secure one of Sir Don Bradman's Test cricket caps. And belief that Liam Lawson has done enough to be the frontrunner to replace Sergio Perez for the 2025 Formula One season. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.